Oh. Guys, this is ridiculous. It's a Friday night. We should GTFO out of here and do something fun, yeah?
Alright, why don't we go to that new club called Rave? I heard a lot of people go there because the bar's really good.
Oh.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, did you say rave?
Yeah.
Yo. Should I wear my spandex? Hell yeah.
Because the club was so new and popular, everyone wanted to go. Therefore, the bouncers realized that they could make a lot more money if they separated the rooms and charged extra for people to get into each room. This led to 3 main rooms of the club: the VIP room, the dance room, and the grenade room. The VIP room was occupied with what the bouncers like to refer to as AAA rated girls, which consisted of almost all supermodels and famous actresses that not only had banging bods, but also money. They were considered the safest investment, and rich foreign guys were usually the ones that could afford to get into that room.
To have some fun.
Next was the dance room, which the bouncers would let in BBB rated girls, who were still pretty and outgoing, but more average in every aspect. Finally, the grenade room was filled with the unrated and riskiest girls, who could break out into a fight or have a mental breakdown at any given time. Indeed, their underlying assets were not as firmly grounded. Only guys who were attracted by this uncertainty and excitement would choose to party in this room. And don't even get me started with the Double D girls. The club rave became a huge success as every guy was able to find a girl that fit his own personal needs. Because the club was near Jersey Shore, the bouncers found that they could let in more and more grenades and still get cover money off the many Guidos that enjoyed that sort of crowd. Soon they began targeting that third class of girls through free drinks and GTL themed parties, and thus there seemed to be an endless line of grenades at the door every single night wanting to get the good stuff. Demand and cover shot up. However, the activities in the club were watched closely by the police as the crowd became younger and more unstable. The club owners decided to enter into an agreement with the bouncers in order to prevent getting busted for underage drinking or bar fights. They would increase the salary of the bouncers, perform services, and in return, the bouncers would pay off the police and perform other services if they ever tried to shut down the club. As more and more guys heard about the popularity of the club, the demand for these grenades quickly rose, and the club owner realized they had to get more girls into the club somehow. They began spreading the word that there would be very little carding and checking of IDs. The new crowd of girls that began frequenting the club was not as high quality, so to speak, as the girls that were originally the main visitors. However, the club owner figured that as long as they attracted more girls to the club, no matter the age, more guys would be willing to pay for cover and drinks, and then they would continue to make money. However, after a series of drunken events, people began realizing that most of these girls were underage, mentally unstable, physically whack, and that's not weighted average cost of capital, as opposed to just trashy.
Well, I can't afford paying a fine.
When the police came around this time, the club was in too much chaos for the bouncers to quietly pay them off. By the end of the night, virtually the entire club ended up in jail. So this is what happened to Rave, and also what essentially happened during the economic crisis of 2008. No, the crisis had nothing to do with underage girls or getting sloppy drunk, but just like Snooki's bust, it was a fraud. And what happened to our group of friends?
Guys, why are we such bums?
Maybe we'll just go to Rave next weekend.